Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm back today with some updates on the EIDL grant program, and I'm going to do a comprehensive breakdown of the loan increase steps. Basically a start to finish of the process and the timeline so that you know what to anticipate here. So share this video with everybody that you know that is inside the EIDL grant or loan program because there's a lot of great information contained inside. So let's get you all caught up. Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Edward Bilder. Thank you so much for joining me for another video today. I'm getting a lot of new subscribers to the channel here, so welcome everybody. And if you have not yet subscribed, maybe now's the time. It's definitely a great day to celebrate because it's Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day out there to everybody. I wish you all the best, and I wish you guys have a great day with your family if you get to share some nice moments with them, all right? Now, I want to discuss a few topics on the EIDL grants, and then I'm going to go through a detailed timeline of the loan increase process. Basically a start to finish of the timeline and everything you should anticipate. Now, this is a start to finish of the timeline, and you need to be aware of some things because it may not always be as simple as just start to finish. You might encounter some things where you have to go out and take some actions. So your start to finish might be start and then go all over the place, and then finally you get to finish, all right, if you do not have that blue button. I'm going to break all this down for you. I'm going to start with the start to finish, nice and clean and easy, and then I'm going to talk about all the problems that you may encounter and what you need to do to get them fixed, all right? But first I want to address some grant updates. I made a statement here the other day, so thank you everybody who reached out and asked this question for some clarity, that you have to live in the low income community in order to be eligible for the $10,000 grant. And that's kind of misleading. I was really trying to talk to the Uber drivers, the Lyft drivers, the Amazon Prime drivers that are out there driving, because I had a lot of questions about, well, I live in high income, but I drive in low income. So technically my business is in low income. And for those individuals that don't necessarily have a brick and mortar that's officially located in a low income community, they would go off of their Schedule C, wherever their home address is. Technically, if you're in high income and you're driving in low income, you would not qualify. But if you are in low income and you're driving in both high and low income, then you would qualify. And then, of course, if your business is located in low income and it states that on your taxes, then, of course, you do also qualify for wherever your brick and mortar is. So I'm sorry for confusing everybody out there, and I hope that cleans it up. Now, I want to also say congratulations to everybody out there who is getting their targeted advance grant, the denials, overturned through the reevaluation process. I am getting so many fantastic messages on my Instagram and on the channel right here of everybody saying thank you and celebrating that they've had their reevaluation processed and turned over. So don't give up yet. Keep firing back. Make sure you get yourself, if you do qualify, make sure you get yourself that reevaluation and get your $10,000 balance. And remember, there's another $5,000 out there, so you want to make sure you get this done and get it done right, all right? Now, I want to point out two things that the SBA talked about as common errors that applicants are making, which is creating denials. We thought it was originally a glitch, but I'm now getting feedback from the SBA directly here that questions number 1 and 2 are being answered with a yes when no is the qualifying response. And this was discovered by calling in, asking why they were denied, giving the reason, and then they go and review the application and find out that they marked in either question number 1 or number 2 a yes, when it should have been a no if you would like to qualify. Question number 1 is on citizenship, and question number 2 is on that back child support greater than 60 days. You would not be eligible. So make sure you read the questions very clearly. It may seem a little bit backwards, but just a little hint, if you don't have back child support, the answer is no. And if you are a citizen, the answer is no. Okay, so don't make that mistake, all right? But read the questions, okay? Now, the $5,000 supplemental grant, just a brief announcement on this. Applications are heading out there to everybody who's already applied and received their $10,000. So there's this easy application going out there. Once I get my hands on it, I'm going to share it with all of you. So I'm anticipating to get that probably within the next day or so, okay? But let me know in the comments if you did receive this easy application, and let me know how easy it really is, okay? So let us know in the comments. Okay, I'm going to shift over to the loan increase, the timeline and process, all right? I'm going to basically go through it step by step. tell you what you should expect and the timeline of all this that's going to happen. Now, this is a perfect scenario, okay? If you are experiencing any difficulty, just stay tuned to the next section of this video because I'm going to talk about all the known difficulties and steps that you need to take if it's not clear, cut, and dry, step one to finish and have your funds show up, okay? If you find yourself with a difficulty, just stay tuned because I have more to talk about, all right? So step number one is to email COVID EIDL increase request at sba.gov to start your initial request. Now, I know that the button has showed up for individuals that never even requested it, and I know that they're getting emails to say, go check your portal, that the loan increase button is there. But for the mass majority of you, you actually had to email them and have a tech put the button there for you. So start by emailing them if you have not done so yet. Step number two, you will then receive an email back that basically says, go check your portal. There's this new fancy button there for a loan increase request. All right, basically you just go and request your increase. All right, now once you hit that button, it will ask you if there's any changes from the previous tax statements or the previous owners, or if any of the owners are currently in bankruptcy. They'll ask questions like that. They will also ask you for your tax filing doc type, like are you corp or 1040 Schedule Cs, what are you filing with? And once that's all complete, you will then receive a loan increase offer, all right? Now, anticipated to be 4x of your first original loan, unless there were some modifications that went on, but anticipated to be about 4x of the original loan, and it will stop at $500,000, nothing greater than $500,000, okay? You will then next submit your 4506T. You will answer some verification questions for your identity. If the questions do not work and they present an error, don't be alarmed, okay? The SBA will call you or email you to ask you for a copy of your front and back of your driver's license to get this thing done and squashed. For some reason, those questions are kicking back an error, so they're having now to call and email you to ask for your driver's license, all right? So don't worry about it, all right? And then last, you will review and sign your loan documents. Once you do that, you hit submit, and the loan will then say modification request processing or something like that, all right? Now is the waiting game, okay? Because you will need to be on standby. The SBA may call you from a 1-800 number out of Texas, so be ready to answer the phone. Don't let this go on for too long. Like if you think they called you, try and get back to them ASAP because there is a timeline on responsiveness. So make sure you stay aware of phone calls from a 1-800 number from Texas. Basically, just answer all phone calls. It could be a good phone call in this scenario, okay? All right, once they call you, they will ask you for copies of your front and back of your driver's license. They may ask you for a copy of your 2019 taxes, since the 4506Ts don't always work, right? IRS backlog, all that, all that stuff that's happening over there. And they may ask you if you are over 25K in your loan for a copy of your insurance for that hazard insurance, all right? I will touch more on hazard insurance here coming up in just a moment and what you can do if you don't necessarily have hazard insurance, so stay tuned for that. The last and very last thing that will happen on this phone call, and you can ask yourself or they will tell you, that once they hang up, expect another 2 to 6 weeks before you reach the funding process. I know, another 2 to 6 weeks. So overall, for this whole process, expect at least 9, maybe even 10 weeks to get the whole thing done, okay? That's a very long time. It's primarily because there is a ton of applicants coming through. It's just flooded at the SBA right now. So just be prepared to wait in this scenario, okay? Now, that was a start to finish of everything in the process, if everything is working as expected. Okay, now I know I said this in the beginning that you might have to take some actions here and zigzag a bit with the SBA before you could get even your blue button to appear, okay? I'm going to talk about 4 scenarios that may slow you down in this process, this already long process, almost 8-week process, okay? Scenario number 1 is if you have multi-businesses all lumped into one portal. You might have more than one business and they're all found in that single portal. Your review and sign of documents and you're verifying your identity and your 4506T may be disabled on some of the other businesses. You might be able to do it on 1, maybe 2, but you may not be able to do it on all of them, okay? That is a glitch that you must need to reach out to the SBA in order to get fixed. I have not seen any other scenario that is being fixed on its own. Nobody's reporting that it's just automatically being repaired. So search Bilder EIDL help desk and watch a video that will help you get this done, okay? Just go search it and get on the phone with the SBA right away. Now, scenario number 2, and this is kind of a big one. There is a possibility that you may be denied if your 4506T, when compared to your original application that you submitted in 2020, if there's a difference that is greater than 25%, you may be considered already at your max, okay? Now, let me explain this a little bit more. Whatever you applied for in 2020, let's say you said, oh, I think I make $100,000 a year, so you put $100,000 down. Well, when your taxes were checked, if it actually said $70,000, outside of that 25%, maybe it should have been $75,000, just the 25%, but maybe it said $70,000. The SBA is basically signaling this as a denial because you're such a great disparity there. And they're basically saying that you are already currently at your max for your loan. I mean, a good number that really you should be off by is probably like 5%. I know I could probably nail my businesses within 5%, okay? Even tighter than that, probably even 3%. So just be on the alert. If your numbers are so greatly off on your 4506T from what you submitted in 2020, greater than 25%, you may be denied. Now, that's not necessarily the end of the world. You can still get this overturned by going through the reconsideration process. It just takes a little bit longer time, and you may have to go back and forth with tons of new information and go through all these appeal processes. So it does take a little bit of time to get that done. Scenario number 3 is around hazard insurance, okay? Because hazard insurance could slow you down if you do not have enough of it, all right? Now, they are checking now, and they are asking for commercial insurance, homeowners insurance, and even renters insurance. So this wasn't originally brought up when you first got the loan. I mean, it was written in the terms and conditions, but now they are officially asking for that proof of your insurances. Now, if you're an Uber driver, your car insurance may not qualify, okay? They may tell you that you need commercial insurance to cover like 80% of that loan. And this is not necessarily a scary thing. If you're really trying to get yourself maybe $100,000 or greater than $25,000, it's not so scary because you could practically get up to $2 million worth of coverage for about $500 a year of commercial insurance. So most people are thinking like, oh man, I don't want to pay all that high insurance. Really, your car insurance is probably way more than the commercial insurance, all right? Now, Berkshire Hathaway, they have ads all over the place. I'm not sponsored by them by any means, okay? But all these EIDL videos that are out there, Berkshire Hathaway now has these ads that come out on commercial insurance for small businesses. And it's specifically talking to all of you, okay? They're basically trying to get you signed up for some hazard insurance here because they want to get on this wave too to help out the SBA and help out all of you. So maybe just watch that ad and it might be worth checking it out, all right? Remember, I'm not sponsored, okay? And the fourth scenario here that could really slow you down is if you were denied for any reason, okay, prior to this 24-month increase, or if you made any loan increase request prior to this 24-month loan increase timeline, your blue button will not be there, okay? You must email the reconsideration team because your loan has been moved over to the reconsideration team. That's if you were denied or if you asked for any increases prior to this new 24-month increase, okay? Very specific here. So you have to email the reconsideration team and you could follow the steps that are contained in the description of this video. Just follow all the steps. Email them up, tell them what you need to get done, and get this thing moving, okay? They could get your button repaired and have it show up in your portal for you, okay? They'll call you, they'll let you know it's all done. It's nice and clean, all right? And while you're also in the description, I'm really excited about my new crash course, my AirBNB crash course, because you could get yourself some passive income, talking another $5,000 to $10,000 each and every month. You do not have to own real estate to do this, and you can start with about $50 in your pocket. It's actually a pretty awesome program, so check it out in the description. I also have a whole section on free stuff where you can grab free crypto, free stocks, and free sign-on bonuses. I like to use Webull each and every day. It's an investing platform because Webull gives me about $2,000 every month in free stocks, and just the other day I won this Microsoft stock. Pretty awesome for me. All right, it was a great day. If you need further assistance outside my free content found right here on YouTube, you can find me pinned in the top comment for a one-on-one consultation. Just click the link. You can set up a phone call with me. Avoid all of the scammers out there and all the fake clones trying to get you to go to WhatsApp, Instagram, or some Gmail account. They just want to scam you and take your sensitive information, so avoid it at all costs. I love the comments now that you guys are all saying, telling them, hey, I want to talk to Bilder. I don't want to talk to the scammer. So that's fantastic. So thank you so much for doing that. All right, keep on top of them. That's going to do it for today, folks. I wish you all the best. Have a happy Mother's Day, and I will catch you all on the next one. Bye for now.